guys, welcome to my channel. So today we'll be making this gorgeous cute ombre baby doll top. And today I'll be using this Ombre Delights bamboo cotton blend yarn by Motivera. I'll be using the first 3 colours. But obviously it's up to you what yarn you want to use, and you don't even have to do it in the ombre. You can do it in a solid coloured or any colours that you like. I'll also be using a 3.5mm hook. So yeah, let's get started. So to start off with, we'll be making a chain long enough to fit the first half of your body. So we're making the first front panel. So I'll be making a chain of 72. But yeah, just measure it against your body to see how it fits you. So make a slip knot, just like that, and then start making your chains. Okay, so once I've made my 72 chains, I'm going to pinch off the end and chain an extra 3. And then going to make a double crochet back into that stitch that I cut off. So you will wrap your yarn around the hook, insert your hook into the stitch, wrap your yarn around the hook again, pull through 2 stitches, and pull through the last 2 stitches. So I'll do that one again. So wrap your yarn around the hook, insert your hook into the stitch, pull the yarn through, wrap your yarn around the hook again, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And now you'll be making double crochets across the rest of all these stitches. And just remember to place one in this down the bottom here. So go ahead and do that. So once you reach the end of the row, if you're making a small top, you should have a total of 73 double crochets. So for the next row, we'll be chaining 3. We'll be chaining 5, turning our work, and then double crocheting in the 4th stitch. So you've already made 1 double crochet. So skip these 2 next stitches, and then double crocheting into the 4th stitch. So this first one will count as a double crochet and a chain 2. So you make another chain 2 and double crochet in this 3rd stitch. Chain 2 and double crochet in the 3rd stitch. And you'll be doing that for the rest of the row. And just once you reach the end, make sure that you chain 2, and if you pull it apart, you can see that there's a chain here, and you double crochet into the top of that last stitch. So just don't forget that. And now we'll be turning our work and slip stitching into this chain 2 space. So put your hook through chains 2 space, pull the yarn through, and pull it straight through that loop. And now you'll be chaining 3, and doing another 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space. And then you'll be doing 3 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. And you'll be repeating that pattern of 3 double crochet in each chain 2 space for the rest of the row. Okay, so now that we've finished that, we're going to chain 3 stitches again, turn our work, chain 5, sorry, and do a double crochet in between each of the 3 double crochets. So wrap your yarn around the hook, insert in the gap here, pull through your yarn, pull through the first 2 loops, and pull through again, and then chain 2, double crochet in the gap between the 3 double crochets, chain 2, double crochet in this gap right above this double crochet post down here, and you'll be doing that for the rest of the row, so I'll meet you at the end. Once you reach the end of the row, chain 2 and just do your double crochet, your last double crochet in this last double crochet of the previous round. Now we're going to chain 3, turn over our work, and we're going to place a double crochet in every single stitch. So, but with these chain 2 spaces, if you find it too difficult going into the actual stitch, just place your double crochets in the chain 2. So place 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space and a double crochet at the top of this previous double crochet here. So just at the top here. Two double crochet in the chain 2 space and double crochet in the top of this previous one. And you will be continuing that for the rest of the round. And when you get to this last stitch, remember that this is a double crochet plus a chain 2. So when you put your last double crochet in, put it in the 3rd chain from the bottom. So 1, 2, you'll put it in here. So that is what it looks like so far. And we'll be chaining another 3, flipping our work, and we look on previous top. So for the rest of the rows in this color, we'll be doing double crochets. So we'll do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of double crochet. And in total we'll have 6 rows of double crochet. So just complete your next 5 rows of double crochet and I'll meet you back when we're done. So I have now completed in total my 6 rows of double crochet. So now I'm going to cut my yarn, so make a little slip knot there, cut my yarn and pull the yarn through, give it a little tug, and be changing yarn colours over. If you don't want to change yarn colours, that's completely fine and up to you. Just continue on with the same colour. So just attach the yarn to the top of the first double crochet and tie it off. And now I'm going to chain 3 again, and for another 2 rows I'm going to do double crochets. So if you didn't want to change colours, just continue on in the same colour, doing an extra 2 rows of double crochets. And if you have changed colours and you're doing double crochets, just work these threads into the double crochets, and it saves you having to weave in ends when we're done. So yeah, I'll see you back in a moment. Okay, so I completed my extra 2 rows of double crochet in my second colour. So now I'm going to chain 3, turn over my work, place another double crochet in the next stitch, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a popcorn stitch in the 3rd stitch. So how you do a popcorn stitch is you place 4 double crochet into this stitch here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now this is where you're going to create the popcorn. So pull this loop up, take your hook out, and in the first stitch, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this first stitch here, you're going to place your hook in and then grab the loop from the last stitch, put that on your hook, and pull through the stitch. And that creates, it's a bit hard to see, but that creates this little popcorn stitch feature. And then, so we're going to do that again, so 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, so double crochet and double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to create another popcorn stitch. So I'll go through that with you one more time. So 4 double crochet into the same stitch, take your hook out of this first loop, insert your hook into the first double crochet in that chain, put the last stitch on your hook, and pull it straight through the first stitch. So you can see how it kind of sticks out a bit, creates a popcorn looking stitch. 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches. Oops. And then 4 double crochet in the same stitch. Take your hook out of the first loop, insert here, put the first loop on your hook and pull through. So I hope that makes sense, guys. We will be continuing this pattern along for the rest of the row, so I will meet you at the end. So I've now completed my row of popcorn stitch, and that's how it's looking so far. Now I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, and now I'm going to do double crochets all along here. So when you double crochet for the popcorn stitches, you double crochet in the top of the stitch, if you can find that. So double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and I don't know if you can see very well on camera, but where you double crochet for the popcorn stitch is this stitch right here at the top. Just place your double crochet in there and just continue that along for the rest of the row. I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so I've made it to the end of my row of double crochets, and you can see now how the popcorn stitch is showing up more now, and it's just like a really cute pattern to add onto your top and stuff. So now if we look at the top, so on this top I did in total 2, 4, 6, 8 rows of double crochet before changing over to my next color. So we've already done 1 row of double crochets, so if you want to change colors, do another 7 rows of double crochet. However, if you're doing a solid color piece and you don't want to change colors at all, do 8 in total 8 rows here, and then 1, 2, 3. So in total 11 rows of double crochet in total. And obviously this is just for the sizing of top that I wanted. I wanted to make a really cute crop top. If you want to make it longer or shorter, just add or subtract however many rows you prefer of double crochet, and just measure it against your body and see what you like and what you prefer. And I shall see you back when I've done my rows. So I've now completed 8 rows of double crochet in the second color, and another 3 rows of double crochet in my next color, so in total 11 rows of double crochet. And my next row will be another row of popcorn stitch. So chain 3, double crochet into the next stitch, and then complete 4 double crochet into the third stitch here. Pull the top loop here, insert your hook into the first stitch of the popcorn stitch, insert your hoop back into here and pull straight through. And then complete that pattern for the rest of the row. So I've now completed 1 row of popcorn stitch, and now what I'll be doing for the next 3 rows, I'll be doing just double crochets all along. So chain 3, flip your work and place a double crochet at the top of the popcorn stitch. And then place double crochet into these to the tops of the next 2 double crochets. And then a double crochet at the top of this popcorn stitch. And you'll be repeating that for the rest of the row, and doing that for a total of 3 rows. I'll meet you back at the end. So I now have a total of 3 rows of double crochet. Next I'll be doing the shoulder parts. So I'll be chaining 3, flipping my work, and then placing another 21 double crochets. So in total, you'll have 22 double crochets. So I've now done this for a total of 22 stitches, and I've chained 3, flipped my work, and I'll be crocheting along these 22 stitches for a total of 5 rounds. So we'll be doing another 4, and then in total you'll have 5, including this first one that we just did. So I'll meet you back once I'm done. So I've done this now for a total of 5 rounds. So I did 5 rows of 22 double crochets, and we'll be doing this the same on this other side. So we're grabbing our yarn, inserting the top here, chaining 3, and then doing another 21 double crochets. So in total you have 22 double crochets. So I've completed this for 5 rows again, and now the front part of our top is now complete. and we'll be repeating this entire pattern for the back side. So rewind the video, do another one of these for the back, and I'll meet you back once I'm done. So I've now completed my second panel, which will be the back. So here it is, all done. And what we'll be doing now is grabbing the two pieces, flipping this one inside out, so the popcorn stitches will be facing to this side. And we'll be joining these two ends together, the two shoulder parts, grabbing our hook, inserting into the third chain this double crochet and the third chain of this other double crochet on the second panel. Grabbing our yarn, pulling it through if it goes through, and then tying a knot to secure the yarn. Then we'll chain one and then go back into the same spot that we attached the yarn to, and we'll be doing a single crochet. So insert your hook, wrap the yarn around the hook, pull through. Now you have two loops on the hook, and then pull through both of those loops. That's a single crochet. And we'll be doing single crochets along all of this panel here, all of these two, joining them together. And when this like little piece of thread that you tied on, just crochet over that so you don't have to weave it in the end. So insert your loop, pull through two, insert your hook, pull through, and then pull through two. You'll be doing that for the rest of this. So I've completed that for this whole panel, did all single crochets, and now I'll be tying off, so I'll be pulling a loop through, cutting the yarn, pulling through, and tugging tight. And you'll repeat that exact same process that you did here, joining these two together. So just repeat that and see once we're done. So now that we've done both sides of the shoulders have been joined together, we're going to now move to the side panels, joining the two sides together. So what you do is put it over the top of you and measure against your body to measure whereabouts you want the armholes to be. I put a safety pin marking off the fourth row from the colour change, because that's usually where I like mine. But just measure it against your body to see how it fits you. And then with the first colour we used, we're going to start joining the bottom here by inserting our hook pull the yarn through, chain one, go back into that same space you just pulled the yarn through, and do a single crochet. And then go into this space in between the two double crochets here, go in between there on both sides. And place a double crochet. Then move to this gap here, do 2 single crochets, move to the next double crochet and place 2 single crochets in here, and you'll be repeating that all along the first color section. This is if you have done color changes, so crochet up to your color change and then tie a knot and cut the thread, and then tie on your new piece of yarn, color yarn, and crochet up until the point you've marked off for your armholes. So hopefully that makes sense, and I'll come back once I'm done. So I've completed up until the point I had marked off for this armholes. So I've crocheted all along there. I cut my yarn at the end of this color row and retied this color to match here and crocheted up until the point I had marked off. So that's what it looks like, and you'll be repeating that exact same process for the other side. If you haven't done color changes, just keep crocheting along the exact same color. So yeah, you'll repeat that on the other side, and I'll make it back once we're done. So I've now completed both sides of the top, have been joined together, and this is currently what it's looking like, if you can see that on the camera. So what we'll be doing now is we're going to do a border along the collar line, this area. We'll be using the lighter color that we used in the first section of our top. This is completely optional, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I thought it added something different and cute to the top. So, just going to insert my hook, really do it over here. Insert my hook and attach the yarn. Insert, pull the yarn through, chain one, and then insert again to create the single crochet, through yarn around your hook, and pull through both loops on the hook. It's a single crochet. And you'll be going into this next space, doing a single crochet, for these side bits, just kind of like guess because you're going into like the double crochet here. So usually I just do like 2 of those, 2 single crochet in those, or I just kind of put one where I think it looks good. Do a second one in here. But once you get around to like the front and back parts, you'll have these stitches at the top that you'll put the single crochets in, which will make it a lot easier. But for now, just place really about 2 double crochets in the 2 single crochets in the double crochet spaces. Hopefully that makes sense. And this is where we are starting to get the tops of the stitches. So just do, for this last double crochet space, just do 3 single crochets just to bridge the gap. And then start placing your single crochets at the tops of these stitches along here. And we'll be repeating this process all the way around until we get back to the start. And we'll just be doing this once. So just continue that all the way around your collar. And I'll meet you back. Now once you get to the end, you're going to join by inserting your hook into the top of the first single crochet we made, wrapping the yarn around the hook, pulling it through the stitch, and pulling it straight through the other one. So that's a slip knot. You're just going to tie off and cut the yarn. And that's your collar made. Just adds a cute detail to the top. Now, next thing we're going to do are the armholes. So, attach the same light color yarn that you used for the collar. So you chain 1, so you hook back through that loop and do a single crochet, and then another single crochet in that same space. Move to the next one and do 2 single crochets, and we'll be repeating this pattern all the way around until you get back to the first single crochet you made. And I'll meet you back once we are done. So I'm back where I started. I'm going to chain 2, and this will count as a half double crochet. And then I'm going to place another half double crochet into the next stitch. So what you do is you wrap the yarn around the hook, place the hook through the stitch, pull the yarn through, wrap the yarn around the hook again, and pull through all 3 of the stitches on the hook. I'll do that one more time for you. So wrap the yarn around the hook, insert into the stitch, pull the yarn through, wrap the yarn around the hook again, and pull it through all 3 of those stitches on your hook. And we'll be completing that all the way around, and in total we'll be doing 3 rows of half double crochets. So just continue around, join here, and then do this another 2 times. see you back once you're done. So I'm at the end of my third round, and I'll be joining to the second stitch from the top, this one here, joining with a slip knot. Just pull the yarn through and pull it through that last stitch, and then cut and tie off. And that is one part of your sleeves done. And you'll be repeating this exact same pattern on the other side. So rewind the video and do exactly what we did on this side to this side. I'll see you back once you're done. And this is both of my sleeves finished on my shirt. And this is what the finished product looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope this was helpful, and I would love to see some of the colors and how you have interpreted this shirt. So yeah, just tag me in Instagram. I have my Instagram link down below. So thank you guys, have a good day.